Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started with the Power Rangers X TMNT Lightning Collection 2-pack of April O'Neil and Morphed Up Mikey. Welcome to another video for real, because again, I make this up as I go, and the only thing that matters at the end is the photos. But no, I loved this crossover in the comics. I thought it was amazing. It was fun. It was pure joy, and I'm glad we're getting figures of it. There's no doubt about it. I want them all. I really, really do. I'm hoping I can even get them all, but I know that a lot of people's are differently shipping and from different places like GameStop, stuff like that. I got this 2-pack from CMD store. It's a little bit more, but they're based in New York, so shipping was nothing to me. And also, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself because I really wanted this pack, and I was like, whichever set I see first, I'm gonna try to get, and I did. But yeah, I'm actually glad I got this set because Mikey's actually really a lot of fun, and I didn't expect that. So now I know what to expect with the others, because there was something about the April O'Neil Pink Ranger. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I know what it is now, and I'll get to that in a second. So let's get to it. Let's talk about it. I've dragged this on enough. Let's talk about April first, because Mikey's the gem of this, but April has a lot of fun surprises. See, the Mikey head kind of just popped in the frame. And with the April O'Neil Pink Ranger, I was like, I like the pinks. The pinks are like a purple pink. It matches that Boom Studios color. But the one thing I did not pay attention to, and it's suddenly like my brain just shut it out, there's no skirt on the April one. No skirt. So that means you have more articulation, more free-forming room. You don't have to worry about anything. And then even with my like regular pink, like look at that pink and then look at this one. The helmet is a little bit more wider and more bust too, because this has a thinner helmet. Look at this helmet. It's even different. It's much wider. So it's really cool to see that, you know, this is not just another buck. Like, I would have loved if they would have added the double jointed arms on this one. It would have been great. But I'm assuming this was already in development long before that double jointed body came. But yeah, this is dope. And so my mobility is actually pretty nice with this one. So you see I'm getting a nice cool pose out of that. So as far as our head articulation goes, we can go down, we can go up, we can shimmy just a little bit side to side. Yeah, sorry, don't judge me. We can actually make the T-pose with no problem. We have that little forearm swivel at the midsection. We have our butterfly joint, which is dope because I love butterfly joints, especially when you can do skydiving poses as if you were in Fortnite. As far as our upper torso articulation, we can rotate just a little bit. It's a little bit of a bummer that it doesn't have a deeper articulation or roticulation for those that know the inside joke. And we don't have that deep ab crunch, but we do get a decent bit of articulation. But for a Power Ranger, I kind of expected more, not gonna lie to you, right? So we have that nice double crunch here. We have our thigh swivel. We have our boot swivel. And as you can see, you get that awesome ankle pivot. So again, it's not all bad, but it could have been better. But I think they were saying, you know what you're after in this sort of box set, but it's still really, really nice. So we have a nice surprising gem with that. So we have an updated helmet, no skirt, a deeper, richer pink, and here we are with Mikey. So Morphed Up Mikey is super duper nice. The helmet is really, really shiny, and I was hoping we would get like the matted out helmet here, and then we'd gloss up in the silver and the black visor, but they kind of just forego that and did the whole thing in matte, in gloss, sorry. But yeah, I love these red eyes inside. The whole red eyes thing just inside adds that extra oomph to it. I really love that. So as far as our look, we have a morphed up shell to protect their regular shell, which is dope because look at this design. This is really nice. We have our belt, our morpher here. Hold our twin nunchuck size, right? And then we have underneath the shell, I'm not going to peel too hard, there's actually a body under there that can move and have articulation. So we have our arms, which can hit a T-pose and a little bit higher. We have our bicep swivel, which is there. We are double jointed. We have double joint turtle arms. Yeah. So you can flex, right? You can get your big flex on, which is dope because you can do your Hulk Hogan. And like I said, there, as you can see, that upper torso is there. You can't have any sort of forward articulation. It's there. You cannot press down really, really hard, right? So you actually see you're moving back of the shell. But you do get that wiggle side to side articulation. And it's tough to keep it because then you always worry about if you're going to break it or not. Stuff like that. I've heated it up and it allows for way more room. So just if you're gonna do like a particular shot, I highly suggest you heat it up first. We do have a little bit of drop down here. We could drop our belt too. And as you can see, there's that Under Armour there. You want to just light that back up, even that out because it's supposed to be over that. We have a little bit of drop down here. We have our thigh swivel. We can actually extend all the way out. I really love this. We have a double joint and a boot cut. As you can see, mine is actually pretty tight, right? And we have excellent ankle pivot. Hasbro is probably one of the best people when it comes to ankle pivot. It's actually what I consider really good, right? Like I said, we have our butterfly joints. Oh, and our head articulation. I don't know why I skipped over that. I'm so sorry. We can actually we actually have a lot of range with this. It can't look too far down, but you get a lot of mobility up here, which is pretty dope. And like I said, for a Ninja Turtle, you get a lot of movement that allows you to move similar to a morphed up Ninja Turtle, right? This is really, really nice because look, you can actually hit like morphed up cool poses. Like, who would have thought we'd see this? Like, I'm glad the rumors were true on this set. It's really, really nice to see this. Now, as far as the accessories, though, this is where it gets pretty cool because April O'Neil has a really nice head sculpt. This is a really nice sculpt. I think this matches the style. Not too much of the style of the Boom Studios with the crossover, but good enough that you get a good universal April O'Neil sculpt. I think this is pretty dope, right? You'll get 2 other hand sets for April. You get the bow holding hand and the arrow holding hand. And with that being said, you'll actually get 2 sets of arrows. Her bow is actually different from the original pinks. Hers is a gray mold as versus with the white one being, you know, let's fix that focus. There we go. On top, we have the crossover one. Bottom, we have the standard release one. Wow, tongue-tied today. We have our pink arrow, and we have our energy arrow for when it's shot, right? Then with April, you also get a nice little bonus. A nod towards April, you will get a mic and a camera. This could be a great prop for using other types of photos, which is really dope. But April is still a reporter before she is a temporary Power Ranger, so it's good to see that they've included these little extra accessories. It's really dope. As far as Mikey goes, we actually have a lot of cool stuff going on here. Unfortunately, I lost one of his effects. I gotta find that thing. I don't know where it is or where it went. And it's a little bit of a bummer because I really like that effect. But I'll talk about it instead. So, you have the twin nunchuck size. It's on a plastic chain. Mine's have warped a little bit sitting in his side holsters. So keep that in mind. You can warp them back. You will actually get 2 of these. And there was a purple slash effect that attached to this. Where it went, I don't know. It was here before I started this video, and now it is gone, which is a little bit of a bummer. These can also plug in if you want to connect them together to hold together even in there, or if you want to hold it together for like using, like holding the chains and whipping, like giving whiplash, right? You'll see he has those weapon holding hands already installed. You'll get an open set of hands as well too. Nice open set. Then you'll get closed fists. Right? Definitely like these. And these are definitely new hand molds that they've done to fit that Power Rangers motif. And then you have a genuine Mikey head to go on top of that, which is pretty cool. I like this a lot. So, with all of that being said, we're going to take a second. I'm going to try to find my purple effect. I'm really not. I'm not going to try. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But, yeah, I will see you guys in a second as we jump into the size comparisons. So, see you soon. All right, guys, on to the size comparison. And this is where it gets a little tricky for me because it's like, do I do Power Ranger stuff? Do I do TMNT stuff? And I was thinking back to the crossover and I was like, you know what? Let's do a mix of both. But also I'm going to put Batman in there strictly because Batman is also teamed up with TMNT. And I just think it would be cool because the Justice League also teamed up with the Power Rangers. So have at thee, right? So let's do Shredder from NECA. I have the NECA Toon Shredder, right? I want to throw him in there. And I think this is cool until I at least get the Lightning Collection Green Ranger Shredder, right? Then we have a Toon Mikey. So you can see this is from NECA as well. So you can see how much smaller they are. But yeah, it's it's how you're going to mix it in, right? I think the shredder works, but the TMNT doesn't. But what's crazy is, right, you can do like pumpkin wrapper. And he looks like he works just fine with this batch. But also, if you did like Bebop and Rocksteady, these guys also look really good with them. So you can do Bebop and Rocksteady against Morphed Up Mikey and April and look really, really good. Then there's stuff like NECA Metalhead, right? Who is also in the story. So it's cool to try to include him. Then I'm going to move him off to the side. I'm actually very worried about Metalhead. The very underrated SHF Mikey, which again is on the smaller side, but I still feel like these toys are super underrated. The SHF ones, right? Ooh. I don't have any Mighty Morphing in front of me, but here is Kiryu Green, right? So you can see how he stacks out Lightning Collection with also fellow Lightning Collection. And I don't know why, for some reason, he's not standing right now. I guess maybe because I've posed him up too much. So, yeah. Here he is with fellow Lightning Collection. And you see, Mikey's not bigger or smaller, just around the same size. So I'm okay with that. Oh, by the way, found my nunchuck piece. This is a nice little clear plastic piece. Want to just throw this in there. As you can see, it just slides and grooves in there. Right? Don't say I didn't forget, because I did, but I came back for it. Here we are with a G.I. Joe Snake Eyes, Evil Sensei Itami from Articulated Icons, which actually scales out really well. So if you want to do ninjas versus these guys, also, chef's kiss, right? Take this back, then we can use a Mythic Legions. Then, because if you want to do like a Justice League team up or a Justice League Mighty Morphin TMNT crossover, which I'm not against, I would totally love that triple crossover. Here is a Mezco Batman to compare, right? And then next up here is a Morphed Batman. So you have a lot of crossover potential, a lot of cross-play potential, a lot of fun factor just out here. The game is strong right now. So this has been a super fun set. I hope that I really can get all of them. I have them all pre-ordered, but who's knows what's going to happen? Because, you know, tomorrow's not really promised. So you got to enjoy what you have now in front of you. Try not to think too hard, worry too much. But that's what we do. We're human. So don't treat yourself too bad, for real. Also forgot to mention the Blade Blaster that April has, but that is a standard issue Blade Blaster in blaster mode. But yeah, back on track. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, knowing that I ramble on and don't script any of this nonsense, because I do my best, and that's all we can really ask for. So as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys.